Hello and welcome to the Loose Butthole Reviews. I am your host Smokey, and joining with me as always is my co-host Spooge.
Hello.
And before we get into the movie proper, we always got to give our three rules. Rule number 1 is our rating must be a 5 out of 5. 1 being we hate it, 5 being we love it. Number 2 is if we want our money back, we give the movie a Jeff Goldblum. Number 3 is we can only give it a God tier, a 6 out of 5, if we both agree that it deserves it. And today we are reviewing Escape from Pretoria.
Yeah, it's hard not to say Alcatraz, isn't
And almost.
it?
We can go ahead and give our ratings. I will be giving this movie a 4.5 out of 5.
And I'll be giving it a 4.
Yeah, I couldn't quite love this movie. It's
Same.
now that we was able to reflect on it. I know what it was. It's just it seemed they didn't show the bad luck that they had. It was nothing but the good luck. There was certain moments that were just very unfortunate for them that they had to deal with. It wasn't completely
Yeah.
just everything fell into place like it was supposed to.
hmm
I wonder how many
Oh yeah.
keys he really had to make, like how many times he broke the key and shit like that. Like
hmm
they need to show that more.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know actually like the full story, so like I don't know if it did it go that smoothly. I
Yeah,
mean, they
I
showed how
mean,
many days had passed, and it was definitely a lot of days.
yeah, I just feel that it was a little bit too clean. I feel that
Yeah.
there was been some misfortune besides just him dropping the key the one night and stuff like that. It's like
hmm
that it just wasn't enough. There
hmm
had to been more misfortune going on during this event that they could have shown, and uh, they didn't really get into why they were in prison too well either.
I mean, they had the beginning with their little like note bombs.
Yeah, that was the initial. That's why they got caught in the trial, but
Like,
they didn't explain why they was actually like doing that or anything very
yeah, they,
well.
they gave a yeah they only gave a kind of a brief mention of apartheid that was because that's what they're doing. They're popping the anti apartheid you know
Yeah,
stuff
there's
on the
the
on the note bombs.
the propaganda, as you will
hmm
say.
Yes.
But yeah, they just needed like 5 minutes. Go 5 minutes into it during the
5 minutes
beginning.
into it, yeah. I don't even think it was 5 minutes. It was definitely I
No,
feel
I'm
like
saying
within five
they
minutes.
they could have added five
Oh
more minutes to the movie
yeah,
to
yeah, they
just
should
like
have.
briefly explain what was going on. Just like
hmm
show them like at a meeting, show them at the planning. Show at least show the planning of the event.
I
Don't
wouldn't
just
mind them showing like because they mentioned in like the last part like I don't know how the timeline would go, but it was like what like 1985 like his girlfriend got arrested finally too, and then but they never saw her again.
yeah, that I we can only assume what happened, but we
Or
we
she went,
know they
she would have
we
yeah.
they
Mm,
definitely killed her.
yeah.
That is for sure. That because it was a very terrible time, and it still kind of
Mm,
is in some
yeah,
countries over there.
either full on actually executed her or just kept her in such harsh conditions that she
They
probably eventually just died behind bars.
yeah, and they just don't want to say anything about it because
hmm
they're the good guys.
hmm
But yeah, let's get into the actors. The first actor was the main actor was Daniel Radcliffe.
Tim, I can't remember the last name.
Tim
Probably should have this.
Jenkins.
Tim Jenkins. Yes.
Yeah, Tim Jenkins. Just
She
not
did
not
very
plural.
well.
Oh, uh he's really came out of the Harry Potter role. That is for
Hmm.
sure. He is a phenomenal actor. I've seen him in Guns Akimbo too, and that is, even though that's kind of a weird film, that he was
Hmm.
phenomenal in that too. And of course, Swiss Army Man.
Yeah,
That is just
that's what I
that's
appreciate, like weird movies like that he's in. He kind of just takes things that he wants to do, it seems.
yeah, he's somewhat selective of his roles, but it seems like
Hmm.
the selectiveness is based
He
on what he
he
feels
read
he
this
wants to
he
do.
read the script and saw the prison wallet stuff, and he was like, I'm in.
Yes.
Perfect.
That that was pretty well, and his they his partner was played by
Yes.
Daniel Weber. This
Daniel
guy
Weber. What's that dude? What else is
he
he that guy in?
he plays as Vince Neil in The Dirt, the Motley Crue biopic that Netflix did,
Okay, yeah,
which I will say pretty decent biopic, even though it does it was strictly from Nikki Sixx's point of view.
yeah. Yeah,
and,
yeah.
if they just interviewed the rest of the band, it would sure not have painted Nikki in the light that it did, because
Yeah.
it made him out to be the hero when he definitely was the reason the band that Motley Crue was such a terrible experience for everybody else.
Yeah. But yes,
But yeah,
he
he
was all
played.
right.
I thought he played a really he really escaped into the role.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't really see him as Vince Neil,
Oh no,
but
yeah, I
in
didn't see him as that either. He was a pretty decent role, but I think he was kind of overshadowed by who's the French guy?
I want to say that was Ian Hart, maybe. No,
Gotta
no.
look it up. Let's see. Escape
Uh,
from
who? What was his name? I can't remember the French guy's name.
Pretoria. Let's see. From
Mark Leonard Winter, maybe? No.
Pretoria.
What was the French guy's name? I need to know the
If I
French
see the
guy's name.
cast, then I'll know.
Oh, apparently Tim Jenkins, the real Tim Jenkins, was a prisoner in the prison waiting room as an extra for a non-speaking role in this. I just need to know.
Leonard.
I just need to know the character's name.
Is it Mark? Was it Mark Leonard Winter? Leonard Fontaine.
Yeah,
Leonard
it was
Fontaine.
Mark Leonard Winterd. Mark Leonard Winterd. He was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah.
He was
Like,
my out of all of them, he was my favorite character.
wait, one second. Leonard
He
Fontaine
showed
character
he
based.
showed the real emotion.
Let me make sure.
It is
I'm
him.
it's
I'm looking
also
at the picture.
you are.
Yeah, I don't. I. It's literally the first thing that you when you Google "Escape from Pretoria." The first three cast members is Daniel Radcliffe, Tim Jenkins, and Mark Leonard. It's right there.
Okay, cool. I was making sure because I actually went into the wiki and then he wasn't like the third one. It was the bald guy was the third one. I was just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, for some reason they put the and they really should have picked a better person for that. I don't. If he's supposed to be Scottish, that's fine, but I don't get the national pride the Scotsman had.
I think
That was very an odd choice. He was Scottish. That was you can't tell me that was not a Scottish accent.
because like yeah, it seems like it was Scottish, but it was like at some points it sounded like he was still trying to do a South African.
He couldn't do a South African, that's for sure. That he could, if
Mm.
he would. I did not hear him at one time be non-Scottish.
Mm.
That's why
But yeah,
that one scene of him going, "You don't know this is my country." I was like, dude, you do not sound like this. I don't mean to be that way, but you do not sound like this is your country, dude. Like
yeah, this is
you,
kind of
they should have
the
had one
terror
of
all over again.
like they should have had like one of the 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 dudes with the crown with the paper crowns on their heads. They should have one of
Mm.
them people say it because even if they didn't really have an accent, it would have sounded way better coming from them than him. Because it's like, man, your accent's worse than the French guys.
Mm.
And apparently, the French guy was actually doing like a French accent like that. That's
Mm.
not like he's not French or anything. So that's phenomenal. He nailed that
Mm.
accent out of the park.
Yeah, definitely. And what else? Who the villains?
Uh, I it's hard for me to really say they were. I know the one person, the two got no. It was the captain and the one guard with the scar on his face. But I'm not sure
Hmm.
when it comes to this which people are going with it because they want to, or they're going with it because they don't want to
The
be the
captain
ones
definitely
being
wants
bludgeoned.
to.
Oh yeah, the
He fucking
captain.
hates him.
The captain.
He's he's
He's
like
the one that
politically
I
like
he's
anti what they were for.
yeah, that's true,
He's
but
pro
he's also
apartheid.
the way he goes about it is like very he it pisses himself off because he's constantly complaining about rubbish, but he's the one that's making the rubbish. So it's like
And
what
I think what it shows too is that it was one thing I was like surprised that they didn't go harder on them than I think, but then I remembered that this is a white prison, so they probably have more white rights. He's probably frustrated that he can't really do more. He's like really trying to find something, you know.
yeah, trying to really get something that get some kind of, but still it just he's like it's maddening someone that's
All
always
all the
complaining about a mess, but they're
all
the
the guards
ones
seem to
making the
just
mess.
all the guards seem to just like put their brutality on like the black worker who was there. I don't exactly know of his situation if he's like a prisoner who's like
I,
working there or
I'm not
it,
sure. I don't think he even survives the film, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, he mentioned that I think he got caught in did he? But the guy said he said it was like an armed robbery or something. Then he got shot up.
Yeah, for some reason, they punished him. I was assuming that they caught him with the soap and the cigarettes.
No, they said that he like got caught in some doing something, and he got shot up by police. It was some. It seemed like it was unrelated. It was odd. If that's who they were talking about in that.
Oh well, I it was very it's hard to say because I thought he was a prisoner. They
So
didn't.
maybe they weren't talking about him because remember he came up and he said like maybe he was talking about like one of the people that he planned
I didn't hear that
like the
conversation where I thought he was coming up telling them we caught Buddy with his cigarettes and smoke and we fucked him up. I thought that's what it was.
oh
Yeah. And maybe they were charging him with armed robbery from like I didn't see them have a store or like, but maybe that's what that was about.
I know I'd have to like go back and look. I don't
Yeah,
remember the context.
that was
It's
very
sometimes a little hard with the accent because you know the South African accent.
yeah, I can't I it is hard.
I was like, I
Especially
should
when they're
turn on
whispering.
subtitles. Yeah,
But
especially for the captain.
oh, the captain I just
No,
gave up.
he was done really well. Yeah,
I just knew he was being a bastard every time he opened his mouth.
yeah.
It's like, oh,
You
come
didn't
on.
even need to understand what he's saying. You just know those bastards. But whoever that actor was played it well. He played a
Oh yeah, he
high head pretty
definitely
well.
very headstrong. Had the what shouldn't be put in the position of power that he's being put in.
Hmm.
And the escape. Let's go with the build up is all right, but the escape is such a kind of cathartic kind of thing. It's like, ah, yes.
Yeah.
Just I kind of wish they ran faster.
Hmm.
It's like fucking go, damn it.
They're stealth mission in it. Gotta hide in the dark places.
Which it seems like they seemed a little more sus is why I was like I
Hmm.
would just go for it, man, just go.
Yeah, I want to know exactly like if how true that like they do with the toilet plunger because I still don't know why you wouldn't just put the toilet plunger back and then go back up there.
I guess he wasn't. I might have not been done with it. Might have had something to do with it. Who knows?
Wanted to give it a
Who knows?
little
I know.
lollipop lick later.
Maybe. But yeah, this was a decent film to watch. I'm
Hmm.
glad I picked
Yeah,
it.
it's a fun experience. Definitely give it a watch.
I'll
It's
definitely be
definitely worth
watching
it.
this
It's a
again.
good thriller.
I will
Good thriller,
I definitely will be watching this again in the future. That this is
or not
something
thriller, I
that
guess suspense.
definitely, and if someone is like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch this," then I'll be like, "Oh shit, okay, I'm definitely down to watch it."
Yeah, if you want to do some butt cheek clench like exercises, this is a good one to do it too.
Oh man, like it's not gonna be as bad the next viewing, but the first
Mhm.
viewing, yeah, your butthole is thoroughly clenched the whole time.
Becomes a tight butthole.
Just like come on, like to I know they get out, but get out.
Yeah.
But
I like how
yeah.
close it is to the street.
Oh man, they did not plan that well. They got lucky though cuz they were building like an extra like wall.
Hmm.
They just so happened to get out right before they covered up that one thing with a extra thick
Hmm.
wall.
Like the gate was right open too.
Oh
Like
man.
any drunk could just like wander in there.
I think that was because there's probably still some guards inside maybe that like was still collecting their shit.
Hmm.
I don't know. I didn't understand why the gate was wide the fuck open.
Yeah, because all the guards like were all going to that like I don't know if it was like a meeting or event thing. That's why
I
like
thought
they
they were
chose
just all
that.
I thought that they were just leaving for the day. Like that their shift ended so they were leaving.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah,
I don't know.
we've
Yeah.
gone on long enough. Do you have anything
Yes.
else to say? Anything else?
What's your favorite escape movie? Put it in the fucking comments below, you motherfucking pieces of shit.
Well, let me do the outro first. But
Uh,
okay, kind of joke. Please like or comment dislike on the video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I guess that was your sign off.
yeah, that was my sign off. I thought you asked me to do the sign off.
All
Sorry.
right, okay. And this will be bye bye.
Bye bye.